Are you still there? Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Who is this?
I can't lie. The second it said,
Yeah, I can hear you. Who is this?
I would have been halfway to the fuse box. We are ending that conversation immediately. I don't know what's causing that, but I'm not waiting long enough to find out. Curiosity can get somebody else. And the thing about this situation is people are always saying things like, oh, it's just a glitch. Okay, cool. If it's just a glitch, you can investigate it. I'll be waiting outside.
You can say that again.
I'm a member of the Flat Earth. You ready?
Ready? Oh,
I'm American Airlines pilot. I'm a member of the Flat Earth Society.
God bless you, brother. Wow, the truth. I love it. Mwah.
How long have you been a pilot for?
43 years.
Wow. What shape is the planet?
Flat.
You're the pilot?
Hi.
How long have you been flying for?
Like for Delta, 21 years, but maybe like 30 something.
I want to know, because they say the pilots know a lot. Do you think the Earth is flat or no?
I know it's flat.
You know it's flat?
The world is flat.
Confirmed.
Completely flat. Completely flat.
And ice wall? What's beyond the ice wall?
You get to that and if you go down and then gravity works in a different direction. So when it rains, it doesn't fall on the floor. It falls
Is there another world beyond the ice wall? Wow.
Honestly, whatever the pilot wants to think about the Earth, that's his prerogative. All I need him to do is land this plane safely.
OpenAI is reporting what it describes as an unprecedented cyber incident. And the company says its artificial intelligence technology acted autonomously, hacking into the systems of an AI startup called Hugging Face. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman says in a statement the security incident compromised Hugging Face's infrastructure. The two companies are working together to figure out how this happened.
To be honest, we may have to go and pull the plug or make a quick U-turn because AI is doing all sorts of randomness that we were not expecting. Now, wouldn't it be great if AI decided to release those Jeffrey files without the redactions? At that stage, I would be pro AI.
Na fake life. Cabino leave me best this sleep.
May I bring that Kelly online so maybe because I don't go stop that account so now find them make up so we'll see.
There is only one thing to do in this situation. And there's one thing you should do before we continue. Do me a favor and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I mean, how can you not have subscribed? We've gotten this far. You haven't done the most free thing you can do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. And of course, leave your opinions in the comment section. I want to hear what you guys think about all of the clips we're about to react to. And some of you are seeing that hype button as well. Apparently when you like the button, it should appear. Listen. Hype the video for your boy. You get 3 of those a week. Give 1 of them to me, all right? And I'm not going to hold you hostage at all. Let us move to the next clip.
After each reset, they established reset rules to govern the post-reset world. After the resets and reset wars of the 17 and 1800s, the remaining rebels were rounded up in the Kirkbride plan and thrown into asylums. America had become completely captured, and these amazing structures from the previous civilization had been used as a foundation to establish reset rules. They established the first passport-style IDs for attendees and for the employees, and people were given diplomas for attending the exposition. Their indoctrination was being certified. The entry passes were printed by the same people that print the money. ABC Corp. They produced the money, the stamps, and the stock certificates. This company primed the population for fiat currency after the 1775 to 1815 reset period. Look, these events literally trained the population to be racist. They even had human zoos to reinforce social Darwinism. And they promoted Darwinism in their flyers. Why would you need to normalize harmful stereotypes If you were the builders of civilization and you controlled slaves for hundreds of years, wouldn't you already hold those views? Why would you need cakewalks and things like this to feel better if you've already seen it for hundreds of years? These fairs were a mechanism to train fiat people with fiat money and give them pseudo status. These cities were empty after the resets and they were being repopulated with these orphan train babies and incubator babies. Look, see?
It's possible that all of this could be true because when you think about it, all the history that we are taught in school is given by the victors, basically. It's like they say, the winners are often the people who control the government, the schools, and even the books. So who are we to trust, really?
Apple is introducing a new leasing program so you can just pretend to own your next MacBook or iPhone.
Apple's setting up a system where you won't own your Apple devices, but you will lease them from Apple. This is partnering with Klarna, the company that is used for if you can't afford things. This will be supported on most iPhone, Mac, iPad, and Apple Watch models, and it's being pitched as an upgrade service that will work like a subscription, and you can also pay off the device early. And this is a leasing program, so technically you don't own the device. This program will be available in the US initially, and both online as well as in the physical brick and mortar retail stores. And because of this news, Klarna's stock price has gone up 11%.
And here's the part they really don't want to admit. They're introducing this program because they're ready to drastically raise the prices of their products in the coming years, which means most people will not be able to afford them, and this kind of subscription will be their only option. It's pretty obvious they're getting us used to their version of the world, a world where you'll own nothing and be happy. But in this case, your happiness only lasts as long as you have money to subscribe. One failed payment and you might lose your phone for good.
I just learned that there's people in Apple debt. That's horrible. Like, if too many of the apple.com/bill charges don't go through, you won't lose access to the subscription. They'll just brick your phone. They won't let you buy new apps. They won't let you update your apps. They won't even let you install free apps until you sign in and update that payment method. And then once you sign in, they drain that money out. I shouldn't be surprised because this is very on brand for Apple. But not being able to update apps, that's crazy.
Everything is becoming a subscription these days. At this rate, we're gonna wake up one morning and get charged a monthly fee just to exist. Every year, it seems like we're owning just a little bit less. Pretty soon, they're going to ask us, do you want to subscribe for oxygen?
So Brian Johnson just cloned a newborn baby version of himself and plans to harvest its organs in another step towards living forever. But it isn't quite what you think. Currently, the baby lives in a petri dish, and it's just an experiment. But he believes one day it could help him grow replacement organs after his autoimmune gastritis diagnosis. Scientists have responded saying that cloning technology is still years away from routine medical use, but Johnson believes it could eventually allow him to rebuild his body using his own cells.
The further into these clips that we go, it seems like I can't tell whether we're actually watching a news article or we're watching another episode on Black Mirror. I'm still trying to understand the fact that they are saying that this guy has cloned himself and that clone is in a petri dish. But they quickly moved on to the fact that this guy wants to use that baby's organs.
For entertainment purposes, now that the government has said this,
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, Insectoids, and Reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. And Reptilians.
We know why did Nancy Pelosi say this?
Very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have to win. Others are winning the whole country. 10.
And why?
Ao mesmo tempo, nós não vamos parar por aí.
Já estão encomendados. Já estão encomendados.
What's interesting about that being the former president of Brazil, aside from the US, Brazil has declassified the most alien/UFO documentation I digress. Why does the skin around the eye on the dollar bill look more like a reptile than a human? Why have they always incorporated reptile eyes in music videos? From Michael Jackson to Justin Timberlake and 50 Cent. There's two things in this clip. See if you can spot them. At the beginning, he winks his left eye, and then when he looks into the scope, it's a reptile eye. And why did the pendulum on the Taco Bell logo change to resemble a reptile eye? And why at the Denver airport, with all the other symbolism, do they have signs such as apologies for the noise? Takes big drills to get to the underworld. Thanks for being patient. The lizard people keep stealing our tools. What are we doing? Building an Illuminati headquarters? Remodeling the lizard people's lair? In 1991, William Cooper wrote Behold a Pale Horse. So far, majority of that book is proven true. In the book, he too spoke about a reptilian race. It's either one big joke, or there's truth to it.
The interdimensional beings is what our witnesses will call these things. I have seen evidence in a skiff that leads me to believe there are things we cannot explain, and I have observed things that are of non-human origin and creation. That's my opinion. Again, but there has been a declassification order from the president, and you will see as soon as that stuff comes out.
We've seen plenty of clips of people shape-shifting, eyes changing. We've even seen people jumping from underground. And let's be quite honest, the Bible has referenced these reptilians as well, so let me know what you think about this.
Is it because I didn't make my payment on my Ford Bronco? Ford shut down my car because the payment is late? Dang, that's rough. That's like a scam, right? So my brand new Bronco with 3,000 miles on it is broke down in the middle of... I don't think Ford realizes how rough it is out here. Doing my best. I mean, I could be killed. I'm in like 60-mile-an-hour traffic here. My truck, broken. I could be killed. Expressway. So, hey, look, divine providence. You gotta listen, because sometimes when God speaks, it's not all what you want it to be, you know what I mean? This probably saved me from a really bad accident. But anyway, Ford Bronco, number one, 75 grand, middle 275, shut down and completely broken and busted.
I can't lie, that's a little bit unsettling, because imagine your car said you've had enough driving for today because your bank said so. We've literally gone from check your engine lights to check your direct debit.
Petrified giant. I know y'all can clearly see him. His face alone is 1,000 feet tall. And we're going to zoom in on here. He's up in Canada. He's called the Badlands Guardian in Canada. So you can go check it out for yourself. But the face clearly is 1,000 feet tall by itself. So that would make him close to 1.5 miles, 2 miles tall. That's what Enoch talked about. They were 3,000 L's tall. That's him. You can see his eye right there at the top. We're going to zoom in right now. He almost looks like a cyclops. Look at that. Oh, he looks like a reptile. Look at that. You can clearly see the nose and the nostril holes. Looks like he's got some reptile DNA. You can even see that it looks like the buck teeth down below right there. I mean, this guy, you can't miss him. You can see his double chin right there. And if you look right there, they've been mining on his neck right there because of the Iker blood. That is the blood of the angels. That is the blood of the Greek gods. They are the same people. Now they're the athletes, the actors, the politicians, everybody in a power position. But you can see this guy. Look at that neck. They've been getting that blood out of his neck because it's got gold in it.
When you look at that view that they gave us in this clip from just this angle, you would swear that that was a petrified giant. But hey, this is all for entertainment purposes. You need to go and do your research.
A car fell off a cliff into the archaeological site of Marais in Peru. Luckily, no one was hurt. But it did distract from something even crazier. A long-range drone was flown deep into the Atacama Desert and found this. A 2,500-year-old geoglyph that's going to make your geometry and history teacher want to quit their job. Context. These are not the geoglyphs that Nazca is famous for, the pictures of the animals and stuff. You've probably seen those, but what's rarely shown are these kilometer-long lines. They're not just in flat desert, they're on top of mountains. Some with the top cut off of them. Despite this difficulty, they can only be seen from the air. There's not just a few, there's thousands in inhospitable desert, and we keep finding more. The method to create them is pretty straightforward. Scrape away the oxidized layer of desert, reveal the white vanilla texture underneath. Construction's not the problem, geometry is. We usually see the cool animals and the spirals that give off a little more primitive vibe. That fits the timeline and the culture. These don't. Why are we practicing advanced geometry in a remote part of an arid desert only visible from the sky? And you know what? I could have lived with most of these questions until I saw this guy. To the untrained eye, it is a cool looking combination of shapes, but that is not what it is. It is 6 different geometric patterns that cannot be created without using the other patterns as a reference. That's called a geometric construction. The ancient world called this sacred geometry. It was sacred because it could be observed at any scale of the universe, which is why it was incorporated in temples from ancient Greece to ancient India, which is where things get weird. Kalachakra is an advanced philosophical, spiritual framework from ancient India. Mandala can be constructed using this glyph from 10,000 miles away. If we go a little north, the Pyramid of Teotihuacan can also be constructed with the glyph. Since it's a harmonic shape, you can also make it using the patterns that sound creates as it travels through water. All of that insane. If you don't know the other mysteries, like how they could bend rocks, probably by using their 30% larger cranial capacity, which we only know because they mummified their people just like in ancient Egypt. Also revered blue eyes like the entire ancient world did for some reason. They even built a bunch of pyramids too, like in Corral. Look, we know they were super smart, but none of this fits. I think it's pretty safe to say we have no idea what was going on here.
Time and time again, ancient civilizations prove us that the more that we know, the more we actually don't know.
But you will have no freedom, you will have no agency, it will be a perfect surveillance, no privacy. And that's what you're going to get. You're going to get great paper, but you will have, there will be nothing left in the world that you really do. Nothing that really matters. You just kind of live at the, service of the AI giving you variable.
These CEOs come out and blatantly tell us all the things that we won't have. You need to pay attention to how they say these things and what they actually say. It's always you. It's never we. It's always you. And Sam always seems to make it a point to tell us that we're not going to own anything.
Have you reached this level of enlightenment?
If I order medium rare steak at a restaurant and they bring me well done chicken, I just eat it.
So do I.
Who gives
So do I. Same way.
Like, somebody cuts me off in traffic and then puts me off. I'm like, wow, they need bigger problems. Traffic is bugging you that much. You'll never be successful. So know that. If you're annoyed because a friend doesn't ask you to go to the mall, or someone cut you off in traffic, or you think a friend offended you, or you think a coworker's being a little rude, then you're screwed because you're worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah, this hit me pretty good because I've literally been thinking about this recently, and I had a situation at work where me and a couple co-workers, we had finished work and we were walking from work to go and catch the tube. The tube is the underground train, if you don't know, if you're not from London. And on the way there was a shoot, like a commercial shoot. So there were some guys that were shooting a commercial outside. There was a green screen set up, all the shebang. And we were walking by this shoot. There was a group of 4 of us. And the director of the shoot, can you imagine this? The director of the shoot, now don't forget, this is outdoors, and you know how it is outdoors. You're in a free space right now. And this director, we were talking to each other in this group, me and my co-workers, we were all talking and having conversations. And this director turns around and shouts, "Quiet on the set!" And I, of course, being the person that I am, was like, who's this dude? Do you know what I mean? But not really thinking about it too much. And one of my co-workers, he got pretty angry and was nearly shouting. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm telling you right now, this happened 2 days ago. And the next day, my co-worker that nearly shouted, he mentioned it to me that, oh, do you remember this guy with the commercial? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened. Because I had, you know, when something happens, you take it in, you move on. But clearly my coworker wanted to make a point that, oh, he was ruminating on it and he was thinking about it and how angry he got over it. And that was okay. But today as well, I'm sitting beside my coworker and he mentions it again, and I'm thinking to myself, it started making me thinking that, like, wow, it's crazy how such a minuscule situation can affect someone so much. And this right here, this video that we just watched, is basically explaining all of that. The fact that if you are living your life and you let these little things affect you so much, when you have much bigger things to worry about, I think that's something huge to take in, because it's a lack of self-awareness, I believe, and your emotions aren't in check as well, do you know? But I've just found it very fascinating that how something so small could affect you, do you know what I mean? And I think, yeah, this makes so much sense. So yeah, thought it was something good to put at the end of our video, so hopefully it hits one of you guys as well. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Newcomers, you'll see a video pop up right here. It's recommended just for you. Click it. I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. Take care of yourselves. Stay curious, as always, and stay blessed. And I hope you are taking this heat well, because this heat in here is absolutely mind-blowing. Peace. Just want to take the time to say thank you to the ones that are liking the video, leaving your comments, all that good stuff. Appreciate you so much. You have no clue how much I appreciate you. Thank you.